Hey folks, it's Rick. So I've decided to accept Ed Dana's challenge. I'm going to try my best to do at least a 5-minute video every day. And I'll set mine apart by entitling it Flora and Fauna and Guitars. Because summertime, this is what I care about. My plants, my pets, my guitars, of course my lovely wife. So, we're going to take a little trip around the yard and I'll talk about certain flowers each day. Stand by. This is my dog Fred. He's my best friend. Hey buddy. He's a really good boy. He likes to come outside. Works with me every day. This is my succulent corner. This is where I planted a bunch of succulents. I think it looks great. Lovely. Monster hosta. And a plum tree. Okay. We'll talk about this other stuff as the month rolls along. But this is the succulent corner. Very nice. There's the Roomba. Keeping us safe from dog bowls here in the home. Okay, so here we go with vlog number 1, or as I like to call it, vlog. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to commit to a task. And this is just for my own sake, not from anybody else's, but we'll see what happens. I've been meaning to do this for a while. So when I was a kid, very, very young, my father was a great man, great musician, owned a music store here in North Hills of Pittsburgh called Romanelli Music. Well, I used to go there sort of for daycare, right? So my parents, my mom would go and teach school, and my father ran a music store. My grandmother was often there, my aunt. So it was kind of a family situation, and I was just always at the music store. And so, you know, believe me when I tell you, I can't remember a time in my life where I wasn't looking at a guitar and hoping that I could play it or wanting to play it. So, because I can't really remember much earlier than 4 years old. Anyway, my father noticed that I was always pulling this guitar out of his display window. As a young kid, I can imagine, I was like 5 years old and I was pulling, maybe 6 years old, I was pulling this brand new guitar out of the display window, and he would let me do it every day. And I would just sit there and bang on the strings. I don't think I was putting my hands on the frets or anything, but I was just loving it. And on my 7th birthday, I woke up and my brother was opening a guitar case on the floor, and that was my birthday present, right? So I'll put up a picture of it, me with my guitar at a young age, right now. Now, I still have that guitar. And you'll notice this guitar has nothing on it except for a single pickup. I think that's a Texas Special, but I don't think it works. It's got the original pick guard. The bridge is gone. It wasn't a Fender style bridge. It looked similar, but it had more of like a Coke bottle type shape. I can't find it anywhere. The nut has long been gone. It's one of the first things that broke on the guitar. The tuning gears are all gone. See how beat up it is. I used to drag this house, you know, little kids, they would drag around the house like a stuffed animal or a blanket. I drag this around the house. It still has strap buttons on it. Original strap buttons. Anyway, what I would like to do is to somehow restore this guitar. Now, I'm not going to get pickups for it until I see how it plays, because I don't think that this neck is straight, to be honest. But still, my goal is to put strings on here and be able to play it. If it plays pretty well, then I'm going to get some decent pickups for it. If it doesn't play well, I'll put on whatever I can find, or whatever I can get really cheap. And if it sounds good and plays well, I'll even take it out to a gig and play it. So, 30 days, I think I can do it. I'm going to go on Amazon right now, and I'm going to search for a bridge for this and a nut blank. The problem is, this is 1.5 inches wide. I've already searched for these. Can't find 1.5 inches wide nuts anywhere, so I have to get a blank and either get it made or try to make it myself. By the way, the truss rod cover that was on here was really cool. It was chrome. You don't see too many of those. If I could find a chrome truss rod cover, I'll get it. Anyway, she still has frets. They're not very high. But it's cool. So this is my Degas Telecaster copy. By the way, Telecasters have been in my life ever since. I've always wanted to play a Telecaster, although, when I was younger, I was sort of into metal when I was a teenager, and so, I got a humbucker guitar, and then as I got older, I started to listen to blues. I got into Stevie Ray Vaughan. I bought that Stratocaster back there that I've talked about many times on my videos. So it's Stratocasters for a while. I bought a Les Paul. When I went to college, I was learning jazz guitar, so I had a jazz box for a while. Well, up until this last year, actually. Telecasters, I've played Telecasters a lot, but younger in my life, maybe they didn't have enough gain for me. Now that I'm older, and not having enough gain, it was that difference that, it never got put in the car as much as the Telecaster or the Stratocaster did for going to a gig. But now that I'm older, not old, but I have 3 basically Telecasters now. I had a black Telecaster when I was younger. It was an American made, and it got stolen. I was lending it to a friend, and he played it for a couple of years on loan. He was in the same band as me, as I was, and he had it stolen out of the back of his truck, and that was a shame. Everything is cool, though. I wasn't upset with him. Then I got another Telecaster, which I call the heavy Telecaster. I was teaching guitar in a store, and this was my first experience on making sure a Telecaster doesn't fall off of its guitar hanger hook, because Telecasters have these narrower things. If you don't get the right hook, or if you don't twist the hook sideways a little bit, Telecaster will slip right through and fall off. So I was trying this Telecaster at this store where I was working, and I tried it, and I put it back, and I went back into my little teaching room, and then I heard a guitar fall off of the wall and bounce off a couple of amplifiers below. So I went right out, and I talked to the store owner, and I said, listen, I'll just buy it. And he was really cool. He gave me a good deal on it. He's since passed away. God rest his soul. So it was a rough start with Telecasters with me. Then I got my G&L ASAT, which I love. Last couple of years I got a I got my Baja Telly, which I also love. It's really the best sounding thing. And then I bought this, the road-worn Telecaster, which I also love. It feels, you know, like an old tennis shoe. So I've become a real Telecaster guy and a PRS guy, and I'm still a Strat guy. Okay, so today's vlog, that's part one, vlog number one, and I want to say thanks to Ed Dana for inviting me to do this. I'll do my best, Ed. I know some days are harder than others, and I'm gonna see if I can keep it going and see if I can keep up to the standards of you and the other vloggers. All right, so everybody, have a great day. I'm gonna get back to work, and peace to you. See you later.